Hey guys, welcome back to our next video. This one, lots of people have been asking for. We're going to learn how to do an Ollie. What's an Ollie, I hear you asking? An Ollie is how we jump on the skateboard. Right, so once you learn Ollies, you're on your way. You can start learning kick flips, pop shove-its. So many tricks are all based on the Ollie. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so when we start first learning to Ollie, recommend we get the carpet out, maybe on the grass. As I said, chuck an old towel down on the carpet if you need to. All right, first thing we're going to look at is foot placement. All right, so all we're going to do, we've got a normal riding position. You want to have your front foot further back down the board. Just pretend there's another set of bolts there behind the bolts on the board. That's where you're going to line up that front foot. Other than that, keep it pretty much centered on the board, toes just inside the rail. And then with your back foot, you're just going to have it right on the edge of the board, right on the back of the tail, almost like you're squashing a bug on the end of your board. All right, and that's going to be our feet position for that Ollie. All right, so once we've got our foot placement, basically what we're going to do for an Ollie is we're going to crouch down. When we bend down, we want to snap that tail on the ground like that. All right, so that's our first movement is just bang, snap that tail on the ground. And then what we're actually going to do, we're essentially going to jump forward on our board. So forward towards the nose of our board. And as we do that, we're going to slide our front foot up so it catches the front of the board. And then we're going to lift our knees up, particularly our back knee, and that's going to let the board level out and give us that height of our Ollie. So basically, our Ollie is going to look like snap that tail down, we drag our front foot up, that's going to bring the back of the board up, we get nice and level, and then we land down with our feet on the bolt. So what you'll find is your feet will actually move from behind the bolts and on the tail, and when you finish that Ollie, because you've moved forward, your feet are going to land on the bolts.
All right, as we slow this Ollie down, we're going to go into our crouch, snap our tail down on the ground. As we snap, I'm sucking my knees up as I slide my front foot up. And then I'm going to land back down, and you'll see you land on the bolts where your feet have moved forward slightly, back to be on the bolts.
So one thing that's likely to happen when you're practicing your Ollies is you'll tend to lean back when you pop that tail. All right, so what I like to do to kind of combat that is just think about leaning your weight, your front shoulder, dipping that front shoulder just a little bit so that when you crouch down to pop that Ollie, your weight's going forward towards the nose of your board and you get a bit better shifting that weight forward and not leaning back too far. All right, definitely something. Practice on the carpet so the board's not going to move around too much. Once you get the hang of it, start practice stationary just on the concrete. And then again, you can step it up, start rolling, try and pop those Ollies while you're rolling. All right, that's pretty much it for an Ollie. It is a relatively straightforward trick. Practice. The more you can practice, you'll start getting those tiny little Ollies, and then you'll get higher and higher. Once you start rolling with those Ollies, chuck something down on the ground, something small, practice Ollieing over it, and work on getting that Ollie higher and higher. The number one key to getting a higher Ollie is lifting your knees up. You want to suck those knees up to your chest, so you pop that tail down, suck your knees up to your chest. That's what's going to bring that board up and give those Ollies a lot more height. All right, keep practicing. Send me some Ollie videos. I want to see you guys progressing. Stay tuned for the next video and keep skating. Thanks, guys.